I'm introducing my novel, Child of the Hive, by reading a few extracts. In this extract, Ben gets a disconcerting reminder of a past he thinks he's escaped. There was a knock on Ben's door, and he paused the cartoon. The bunny froze mid-air on screen. He dumped the notepad on his bed and stood up to open the door. He had a mild fear that it might be a Hive agent with a gun, but it was only Martin stood outside, waving a bottle of vodka as an indication of purpose. "If you want to be alone, that's fine," Martin said. "But if you're interested in company, that's why I'm here." "Thanks," Ben said. He let Martin in, then realised he had to go downstairs to the kitchen to get something they could drink out of. He returned with a couple of shot glasses that had been handed out at Freshers' Fair. Martin was sitting on the bed, staring at the notepad as though trying to make sense of Ben's scribblings. "This for the circuits assignment?" Martin asked. "No, just doodles." "Oh, looks like a wiring diagram to me. Hey, if you doodle diagrams, feel like doodling something for my homework?" "Not a chance in hell." Martin poured them both a shot, downed in a second, and Ben felt the comforting heat of alcohol down his throat. Martin didn't push, didn't try and use the blow of alcoholic haze to satisfy his curiosity. They just sat there, talking of inconsequential things, and pouring out the vodka. It didn't stop Ben worrying about Alex, but it helped distract him a bit. They watched some more of Ben's cartoons, laughing more than their humour merited. They got sick of the cartoons by the time their fourth shots burned their way to their stomachs. So they talked again, though neither of them mentioned the reason Martin was here. Ben wondered why Martin had come. He wasn't showing any overt signs of trying to satisfy his curiosity about what was up. He just seemed to want to cheer Ben up, and he was grateful for that. After a while, the conversation returned to the scribbles on the notepad. "It really does look like a wiring diagram," Martin said. "That's just because I started off doing the assignment and it just morphed into this mess." But he stared at the page, really looking at it for the first time, and he could see what Martin meant. It also looked very familiar. And suddenly he knew why. The answer came to him out of nowhere. He'd never seen the diagram before, but he knew he could draw it again and get it the same without a single glance at the first. It was something the Hive had put inside his head. He didn't know what it was meant to do, but it was something of theirs, some piece of the hardware that had nearly stolen his life from him. "You okay, mate?" Martin asked, pouring them both another vodka. "Yeah," Ben answered. But he wasn't sure.